Anyway, bullying or just plain bull. A father filing a complaint against a Texas high school football coach accusing him of bullying players on his son's team. How? Not by beating them up, which didn't happen, but by simply beating them 91-0, which did happen. Attorney Lisa Giovinazzo says that he has a case, but attorney Remy Spencer says bull. All right, so Lisa, you're looking at this. What do you say?
I say definitely has a case. These kids went out on the field. There was no doubt they were going to be tormented. They were going to be embarrassed. The definition of bullying, Texas Penal Code. This is what happened to these kids. They lost 91-0 against a team that was 7-0 that won every single game of the season by more than 77 points.
Where did the bullying come in?
The bullying comes in because everybody in that stadium knew that these children would be embarrassed and tormented for a significant amount of time. We're not talking about just, you know, first quarter, second quarter. This is the whole game. These kids were beaten down. And every parent in the stadium on both sides recognized that, including the coach. Unfortunate for the coach that he is in his position, but he does work for the school district.
But you also wonder at what point enough is enough, too, right? I mean, maybe when it was 60-0. So I say, okay, we can let up now, right?
Maybe they could have let up. Maybe they could have put in their third team or, you know, the third row. They could have let more people play. They could have taken it a little easier. But they won. I don't know how you make the leap from winning to bullying. I think the coach of the winning team should get a medal for being a really good coach because he's taught these kids.
Not for padding the score or being humiliating?
Not at all. This is competitive sports. We're not talking about kids in the playground after hours without regulation beating each other up or threatening each other. That's bullying. When we're talking about regulated sports with supervision, when one team is better than the other, maybe it's not good sportsmanship to win such a big number at the high school level, but it's certainly not bullying.
That's a version of spiking the ball.
Well,
and again and again and again and again, I guess. But is there a lesson to be learned of that?
It was a setup from the start. It's not just competition when you take
a lot of undefeated teams have been defeated.
Well, it's about where they're from, right? This is a team that was in a different division, and the school district. I mean, it's unfortunate for the coach. Look, I'm sure that Woody Johnson wouldn't tell Rex Ryan, you got to lose, you can't score points. Unfortunate for this guy. It's not really his issue. He has to make his team win and score. But the fact of the matter is the school district has to make it equal. And they took a team that they knew were superior athletes, and they put them in a division with
well, the kids aren't idiots, right?
I disagree. I don't think it is the school board's job to make it even. It's a competition. Look, I was a competitive junior tennis player. I played at the high school level and at the national level, and I will tell you, nobody ever made it even. You fight to win.
This probably doesn't surprise you. I, too, was a football player, had the cleanest uniform on the team because I never played. But eventually it would let me play. When the score would get to like 60-0 against our team, then they say, bring Cavuto in. But it could be a learning experience for both sides, right?
Of course it can be a learning experience, but it doesn't rise to the level of bullying. And in a time when we are so sensitive...
What I want to know is, when is the bullying happening?
Bullying happens when there is a legitimate fear of danger or threat or harm. It's not embarrassment.
No, actually in the penal code in Texas it is. It's embarrassment, it's torment, and you knew that these children on this field, and again, there are divisions in all children's sports. This isn't a new thing. Division I, Division II, ABC, they are put in place by the school district on all levels.
I disagree.
But what if the kids realize, hey, I mean, shouldn't play another division team, and we learned a thing or two that we stink, and sometimes that can be a good reminder in life that we're not indestructible.
This is the wussification of America's youth. Not everybody gets a trophy. Not everybody wins the competition.
What if you have the cleanest uniform on the team like I did? Why didn't I get a trophy?
I think you're doing far better than everyone else on that football team.
I had the biggest helmet on the team. I remember that. By far the biggest. You recognize my helmet. Thank you. So a lesson to other school districts that might be contemplating, you know, when they arrange their schedules, and sometimes just to coordinate, you know, a 10-game or 12-game season, whatever a lot of the kids play, you're playing against teams or even divisions that are far superior to you. Do you stop that?
Well, I mean, you do. You base the divisions on the
qualifications said than done. Easier, especially in these rural areas. That's a lot easier said than done.
You're right, and that's what happened here, right? It was a geographic decision, but the decision really put every other team at a disadvantage. And how much fun is it really for Alita High School? There is no competition because every time they go on the field, they know they're winning.
I don't disagree with that.
Don't always assume that.
But that's still not bullying. I mean, we are looking at a society where there are shootings in schools, where kids are killing themselves tragically over bullying. That's what we should be focusing on when we talk about bullying. Well, to dumb it down
Did you think of
to
anything
this level.
I hear you. But real quickly, on the running up the score to 91-0. Now come on.
Bad sportsmanship.
Okay.
That's what that is.
Bad sportsmanship.
I mean, I actually could probably take your side to it, and I think at that point that the coach is being a coach and he's trying to give all of his players. He did say, I put my third and fourth string out there. I mean, he took them out in the second half. He was trying to do the right thing. But this complaint is against a coach who works for the school district. I think really we're looking at the school district doing the right thing. And
what if you're on the losing team and hypothetically you intercept the ball and rung the wrong way? Let's say this happened 35 years ago. I mean, okay, well, that's another day. That's
it
another
might still
day.
keep you up at night.
Yeah, exactly. I carry a package in my